When Pablo Picasso exited that Paleolithic cave in northern Spain, he was said to have emerged shaking his head after reviewing the art found on the walls created by our hunter-gatherer ancestors. When questioned about his reaction to the art, Picasso apparently replied, "In 15,000 years we've invented nothing." Notably, Picasso was referring to the fact that the artists of these wall paintings knew far more about what we thought possible of the application of what was believed to be sophisticated modern art styles of the time. So the idea of we've invented nothing, meaning they'd already been invented. In blockchain, Cardano has invented, innovated and delivered many firsts. First to market with a provably secure proof-of-stake protocol, first to market with the EU TXO model, first Turing complete programming language, first to market with native assets, and first to deliver one of the largest decentralized organizations in Catalyst. But unlike Picasso, these realizations are not hidden in a cave, but all open source and in the public domain. Whilst many continue to bury their heads in the sand, ignore it, or genuinely are ignorant to the fact that Cardano is making such monumental progress, moving way ahead of the competition, it makes you wonder if one day too, they will have their Picasso moment, look under the hood of Cardano, and also say to themselves, "We've invented nothing." Welcome back for today's installment of Cardano Insights, delivering a fast-paced, bite-sized roundup of the all-important Cardano news and ecosystem content from the past 72 hours. So join me as I explore exactly what's been happening at the very pulse of Cardano. So let's get straight into it. Now, to thoughts of crypto regulation, as demonstrated by Charles and his efforts with Congress, it's vital the blockchain world has productive discourse and engages positively with politicians, especially those who seemingly understand the power of this technology and how important a part is going to play in shaping the future of the systems of the world. So here's an interesting candidate that seems to be pro-blockchain, and to no surprise as a result has been welcomed by the Cardano community in more ways than one. So introducing January Walker, she's a Utah Congress candidate that's mission is to build a people-centric government powered by technology, and as you can see here in her bio, it reads Blockchain US Congress candidate. Over the weekend, obviously catching the eye of Charles, who was quick to reach out in this tweet, writing, "I hear you're running for office, message me and let's chat sometime." And she responded, "Will do." Later that evening we got this tweet, "Cardano's army took over Ethereum's army in campaign donations. Honestly, I'm just grateful for the support of any individual from any army that's willing to donate to my campaign and take blockchain voting and blockchain technology to US Congress. Thank you for the support." Although the Cardano community were quick to correct her that we're not an army, but a community, it's another example of how Cardano and its community is leading the way when it comes to the support of positive actors attempting to progress blockchain and how it's viewed by government officials. But it's not just donations that the Cardano community offered in terms of showing support for January Walker. Here we got Rick McCracken taking it upon himself to set up her very own ADA handle, writing, "This is kinda cool. Thanks to the power of Cardano EU TXO, I was able to send an ADA handle and campaign donation in ADA to Utah politician both at the same time." This also got the attention of Charles, writing, "Hearts and minds man, hearts and minds." I think this is key. It's not about an us and them mentality, but ensuring we work with politicians and support those who are actively trying to make a difference in terms of promoting blockchain in the positive light that it deserves. It's not surprising at this stage that it's the Cardano community that seems so receptive supporting the positive efforts of blockchain-focused candidates. Now to something interesting coming from a conversation from Altcoin Daily interviewing Michael Saylor, who we know is probably the biggest Bitcoin bull with MicroStrategy. They asked his opinions on Charles speaking in front of Congress on regulation, and specifically from a technological point of view, as a tech expert, what his thoughts are on Cardano versus the rest of the cryptocurrency market. Saylor's response to this was quite telling and interesting to say the least. He stated he has no opinion on Cardano, only then to state that all proof-of-stake networks are securities and all highly risky. But where it gets real interesting is his comments on the tech, claiming technology won't save you though. The fact that it's technologically advanced won't save you if the regulators identify it as a security. Reading between the lines, my opinion is Saylor acknowledges the technological advancements of Cardano, and the one hope is that regulators determine it as a security to stifle its progress and adoption, which would seem he is identified as a threat. I thought this was a pretty big tell from Saylor's part, and his body language seemed rather uncomfortable when discussing this. From Michael Saylor's point of view, unfortunately, irrespective of the regulators, a world-changing technology that's becoming more and more decentralized is going to be pretty much impossible to stop. I don't however believe it's going to come to this, considering the work Charles is putting in building relationships with Congress, educating them on blockchain, coupled with the Decentralization Index soon to be created. I'm very confident Cardano is going to fare extremely well with both regulation and wide-scale adoption over the coming months and years. I've linked this part of the interview in the description if you want to take a look for yourself, and let me know your thoughts on Saylor and his view on Cardano in the comments below. Now to a project that we've discussed a few times on this channel. At the end of last week, Aeda Finance took another step closer on their journey to mainnet release, with an announcement that in my opinion demonstrates the seriousness of the project, its core values to ensure ultimate transparency and security of the protocol. In this blog post, they confirmed that their code is now open source, and they welcome all sections of the Cardano community to undertake open peer review. This is a massive step forward in not only building trust in the community to engage and interact with the protocol, but will also result in improved security and reliability of the version 1 app when released. A bounty program will also be implemented to accelerate this process and will be announced soon. To open the entire platform's code to the community is a big statement and is an act of true leadership. It takes a lot of courage considering the outcomes that could occur off the back of such a move, and only further enhances my view that Aeda is a highly underrated project that hasn't been afforded the same exposure as other DeFi protocols in the ecosystem. Step by step they continue to build, deliver against a roadmap, and are truly bringing an innovative product to the Cardano ecosystem. When it comes to managing loans and deposits in DeFi lending, Aeda is pioneering an entirely new concept. Using the NFT bond to store the loan parameters opens several doors and use cases. Because your loan will not be connected to a single wallet, like we see on Aave in Ethereum for instance, the NFT bond increases the flexibility and utility. As an example, you can transfer your loan to any wallet, sell the bond on the secondary market if you can't repay the loan before liquidation, and even use it as collateral elsewhere. The possibilities are endless, and it's a great example of bringing true utility to NFTs. This kind of innovation is made possible because of Cardano's EUTXO model, and this is something that we should all be definitely taking note of. I for one will definitely be monitoring the progress regarding their decision to open source the code very closely and applaud the team at Aeda for everything they've achieved so far. Without a doubt, they're an important part of the DeFi ecosystem on Cardano, and quietly going from strength to strength. I've linked the article, the Aeda testnet for you to try yourself, and their documents for further reading in the description below. Now check out this article from IT News Africa, brought to our attention by Mr. Telecoms himself, Mickey Watkins of World Mobile. A new study determined that telecoms will be Africa's fastest growing industry over the next 5 years as internet connectivity improves. The study was conducted with senior executives at companies with combined annual revenues of more than 6.75 billion, based in Tanzania, Angola, Botswana, Cameroon, Ethiopia, Ghana, Nigeria and South Africa. Improvement in internet connectivity was identified as central to growth in the economy across all sectors. When we think about World Mobile's pledge to connect 1 billion users by 2030, coupled with the opinion of leading executives in Africa, whilst this is going to be no mean feat, it's encouraging to see this kind of outcome and demonstrates the underlying need for improved connectivity and communications infrastructure on the African continent, a need that World Mobile is undeniably attempting to fulfill. Now to JPEG Store and their latest new feature. As a result of new integration with MoonPay, you can now buy Aeda directly on JPEG Store, simply by selecting the amount you want, buy with your debit or credit card, and the Aeda will land directly in your wallet. So if you're browsing your favourite NFT collection, come across the one you want and you're a little short of Aeda, you can use this feature to top up your Aeda fast and get the NFT secured. Alternatively, you could always use the offer feature and test the seller's resolve. You never know, you might get yourself a nice deal. Whilst MoonPay does require basic KYC and will charge a higher percentage fee for processing this kind of transaction, it demonstrates the additional functionality and options that are being made available to users at the leading NFT marketplace on Cardano. Finally, you may have been made aware that Charles and some of the team of IOG are currently in Mongolia. Well, on the 16th of July, a special free community event will take place in Ulaanbaatar. Representatives from IOG, government officials, the MBCA and Mongo NFT will speak at the event, and all attendees will be gifted the first Mongo NFT minted on Cardano. In addition to being a community event with guest speakers, it's also the ceremonial event for the Haskell student graduation. I'm sure we'll be getting more content regarding this as and when it takes place. It's great to see Cardano's reach is far and wide, spanning all regions of the globe. So that's it for another installment of Cardano Insights. I hope you enjoyed today's video and found value in the content, and if you did, please be sure to comment, share, like and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back soon with your daily roundup, and until then, thanks for watching, have a great day, and as always, keep it Cardano.